Hello there everybody, this is Voccio here. I need to tell you all quickly, the first half of this video is going to be silent from me, and it's just going to be gameplay. So without further ado...
Greetings, good man. Having trouble with your well? That's what I read.
Aye. 'Tis haunted. Has been for a good 20 years.
20? So why'd you put out a notice just now?
'Cause earlier on we drew our water from the river. But so many corpses floating in it after the battle it's turned noxious. My daughter Mandy drank half a pitcher. Felt dreadful ill, can't keep nothing down. She grows worse by the day. Herbalist claims you fight a fever with drink. And not beer nor cider, but water. Clear, pure water. And where am I to get that if not from the well? But first, the ghost's got to be driven away. And it don't let any man near.
This ghost. Describe it for me.
Well, it's awful frightening. Awful.
I meant, what does it look like?
It looks like a woman, but fresh from the grave. Wears a dirty dress, all rags, its skin flaking off its bones, and it howls like it's suffering.
Some wraith. Or maybe an alp.
If you don't wallop it, Master, if you don't take care of it, that is, it'll come kill me daughter.
Fine, I'll help. Where's this well?
In Havel, a settlement on the heights. It's abandoned now, no one ventures there on account of the ghost being about. Drive it off, please.
Hey-ya! The infamous well. Strange, no sign of a ghost. Maybe it only shows at a certain time of day. Body's dried to a crisp. Signs of burns. Grass around the well's scorched. All signs point to a noon wraith. Something's tied the noon wraith to this place. An object. Something she needs before she'll leave this world. Journal might be useful. bracelet. Might be what ties the woman's spirit to this place. A man, stabbed with a knife, died on the spot. Animals fed on his body, picked his skeleton clean. More bloodstains over there. But it's not his blood. Bloodstains, barely visible. Someone was dragged this way. Someone who was still alive. Palm prints in blood. Small hands. A woman's. Someone dragged her out. She was wounded. Fought for her life. No body in sight, but might still find some tracks. Under the right conditions, bloodstains can remain visible for decades. Another print by the well. Bloodstains, almost faded, but the line's taut. Something's not right. A corpse, hanged by the bucket rope. Woman the journal belonged to, must be. Wide pelvis, small jaw. A woman. Around 30, judging by the teeth. Left arm's missing. Need to cremate the remains. Gotta find the object that binds her to this place before I do, though. Was she wearing the bracelet from her husband? Might be why her arm fell off. Gotta jump down there. Hope I don't break my legs. Wide pelvis. Need to cremate. Was she wearing? Gotta jump. Lucky not to come up empty-handed. A bracelet with an inscription. To Claire, from Volker. Bracelet must have belonged to the woman in the well. Lovely craftsmanship, but I'll have to burn it with the body to get rid of the Noon Wraith for good. Better do it near the well. Prepare for this fight. Brew some wraith oil. Drink some potions. the bracelet. Igni. I think it worked. She's gone. For good. Faster. Job done. The well was haunted by the ghost of a woman who was killed there. I drove it away.
I just hope every unburied wretch don't start haunting us. Well, that battlefield's gonna cause us a heap of trouble.
If they do, you know who to contact. Meanwhile, Claire, Volker, names ring a bell?
I don't know him. Though I did hear our herbalist Tamira mention a Claire once. Same one, maybe? Your reward, Master Witcher. The gold I'd hid away for Mandy's dowry. Without you, she'd never have lived to wed. Now, let's hope for it, at least.
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher. Them's warm words, you've a good heart. But I can't let you go empty-handed. Take this, at least. For luck.
Giddy up.
The Witcher's contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito in that war-ravaged land. His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri.
So anyone still watching may be wondering why I decided to do that. Well, I thought it'd be best to show how good this game's voice acting is and how good the well, if you don't suck, how good the combat is and how good the set pieces are and how well realized everything is and how well paced everything is. I thought it'd be best to show that in a video rather than talk about it. So, yeah. It's a weird decision. I know that I stayed silent for the first half of this video, but I felt that would be like I said, the best way to show how good this game can be, in terms of how good that cutscene, all the cutscenes were in that video, how good the sound work was, how good the dialogue was, particularly the voice acting and everything for Geralt and when he was walking around the village, and how Witcher senses work and how you can find things and all that stuff. So yeah. The Witcher 3. Absolutely amazing title. I love it a lot. By the way, for anyone wondering, that first video was actually recorded on my New Game Plus file. Sorry, the first half. This half is recorded on my old New Game file, where I've beaten the game and everything. Because I wanted to capture that. I knew what quest I wanted to record for the footage, and I decided I wanted it to be that one because that's a good introduction to all the game's mechanics and everything. It shows them all the strongest, and it also, the peasant, the voice acting for him is really really good. So I decided to use that one, and I had to do New Game Plus for that. Oh, and I can happily report now for anybody who may be wondering, who maybe hasn't played the game yet since the last patch. The armor problem in New Game Plus has been fixed, because as you could see I was wearing the wolf armor there, and just like I am now. So for this part here, I wanted to show you guys how good the environments are, how detailed these cliff faces are, and I almost fucking died there. I was surprised I didn't. Look how close I went to going off the edge. And then I'm like, can I climb back up? And I find out, yes I can, thank God. So yeah, the environments all look really good, as you can see. The snowy areas. We're in Skellige, by the way. I actually came here originally. I came to this island trying to find some shit to fight so I could capture some more combat footage for you guys. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. But when I was watching this footage back, I realised, well, it could be a tour of the environments, because I did a bit of that at the beginning here, so yeah, we're just seeing what this area looks like and how detailed everything is. Oh, and I also wanted to mention, because you probably saw it in the cutscenes in the first video, this game's graphics are amazing. For an open world game, it looks really fucking good. It's just a few steps below The Last of Us graphically, if you ask me. Maybe on par with it, I don't know. Or very close to being as good as The Last of Us was, which is impressive. Really nice. It's really nice to look at. So yeah, that's awesome. And then there's the fact that I'm trying to think of what else I wanted to say about this game, because it's a really good title. I guess we could go into the story, even though the story is all over the place and I don't remember all the details of it. Well, there was one particular aspect of the plot I wanted to talk about, and it's more an aspect of the Witcher universe. One cool premise for these games that I've come to realize. Unfortunately, I haven't read the books. I know. But from what I understand it, the premise of these games is basically it's set in the medieval ages, but it's an alternate version where the human race already knows that aliens exist and that mutation exists and that DNA exists, and it's weird because apparently elves and all the monsters in the Witcher universe come from different planets. Some kind of rift or dimensional tears mean they materialize on Earth. Even the Wild Hunter, who are elves, are from a different planet. The enemies in this game, well, the main enemies in this game, which is cool. That's really cool. I actually think that's a pretty interesting idea, personally. I can't really talk too much about the plot, guys, because I've had this game beaten for a while. And I didn't, this My Thoughts series is fairly recent. And as much as I like this game, New Game Plus is hard, and I wasn't going to beat the entire thing again just to brush up on the plot. All you need to know is it's really good, well written, interesting, cool, awesome, and the ending is really good too. I mean, basically the entire game is epic. I'm not really going to talk about the main quest line because it's spoilerific, and I'm just going to talk about the gameplay in general and how good some of the aspects of the game are. Because we've seen it for the voice acting and everything, I think, and how good the graphics are. The combat is really well realized as well. Like you saw in the first half of the video, I was obviously trying to craft some potions to help me fight the Noon Wraith, and I didn't have anything, so I had to stick with what I had. And it was hairy, at one point I thought I was going to die, but I didn't. I got the bitch. Yay. So you can prep for the combat in this game, if you want to, by taking potions and making oil to put on your sword that will do more damage to certain enemy types, which is cool. One thing I haven't checked with this new patch yet that they've released, I don't know if they've fixed the quest Skellige's Most Wanted. Hopefully they have. I'll have to check that at some point. Because I literally I haven't played the game in a few days. I haven't played it since the last patch released, and I literally just started it up today to capture this footage for you guys. So, yeah, I haven't really tried that quest yet. I decided I want to get some footage on my New Game Plus file and my normal New Game file, because I've obviously got more of the map to roam around in New Game Plus, New Game. Oh, and this was surprising. I didn't expect to run into a Cyclops here. And there's an example of how powerful my character is now, guys, on New Game. Like, look how much damage he just did to that Cyclops. And there. And now, for some reason, he dies spontaneously. I think I am with bleed from my sword or something. I think I'm using a runestone that gives me the bleed effect, so that's what killed him off, even though he knocked me miles away. So that was cool. But yeah, my character is pretty fucking powerful at this point, guys. Nothing can really stand against me. And here we are looting. And I was annoyed that this sword I've just picked up is shit compared to my current Wolf School gear, but of course it is because it's New Game. You're probably not going to find anything better than the proper Witcher gear in your first playthrough. I doubt you are anyway. And we head back to the horse. I spent a lot of time in this second video trying to find things to fight and more things to do, and unfortunately it's kind of... Unfortunately I didn't. So I hope you guys are cool with that. It's mainly just me running around the damn map trying to find shit to kill and fight. So there's not much going on in the footage. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. Well, you can customize Geralt. You can shave him. Like, as you can see, I've got a ponytail going on. I've got the short hair. Well, the short sides, I guess. Or the tied back and the little trimmed beard, which I think looks cool. And I just found this new travel point to get around faster, basically. I mean, the map is big. I guess I can say it's really fucking big. There are a total of 3 open maps you get to play around in. There's Novigrad, White Orchard, and Skellige. Novigrad is also joined to shit. I've forgotten the name. But you can go to Novigrad and it's linked to another map. It's a smooth transition. It's open world. Skellige and White Orchard. To travel between all 3 of the maps. There are 4, but 2 of them are linked together without a loading screen. To travel to Skellige from White Orchard, or to travel to White Orchard from Skellige, or to travel to Novigrad from either, requires a loading screen. A long one. So it's basically open world with 3 massive maps to roam around in, which is cool. Also, there's the Palace at Vizima that you can go to as well. At this point, we're coming up towards the end. I hope I've been able to say enough in this 15 minutes about this game. We're coming up to an abandoned settlement that I'm about to clear out to... Oh yeah, I was wondering what was going on here with these women crying. I was like, oh yeah, cemetery. Dumbass. So then I get the fuck out. I get going because I'm a dumbass. We're about to clear out an abandoned settlement that I've just marked on the map, and the thing is, this is a cool mechanic. We'll talk about this last, I guess, since there's not enough time to really talk about anything else. When you clear out a settlement, the villagers all return back, which is cool. So you'll basically find it with nobody living there, and you clear it out, and everyone comes back, and now there are people living there. You can get merchants that way and shit and everything too. I guess for the last minute and a half, I'll give my final thoughts on this game. I think The Witcher 3 is an incredible title, and I'd say if you haven't bought it, or if you haven't played it, bloody headset sort of shut down. If you haven't bought it or you haven't played it yet, and you're a fan of these kind of games, open world, this is a must-own for anybody who is a fan of this genre, RPG, open world, whatever. You have to own this game if you're a fan of this kind of stuff. You really do. It's one of the best examples of these games I've ever seen. It's really well made, really well realized. Its mechanics are amazing. It's just it's a brilliant game all round. It's a quality experience. It really is. It's one of the best made open world RPGs I've ever seen. And with the release of the and the thing is, the developer, for anybody who may be interested, the developer is actually staying on top of this game's problems and actually trying to fix them. So there's another reason to get it. And don't think they released it buggy, because they didn't. They released it as unbuggy as they could. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for listening, and yeah, The Witcher 3 is an amazing title. If you don't own it yet, consider picking it up. But thanks for listening.